Today we're going to learn how to make our writing sound more like professional writing and less like amateur writing, because we're all amateur writers here, including myself, but there's no reason why our writing can't sound professional. But first, before I do that, I'm going to read you guys 2 paragraphs, and I want you to listen closely and see if you can pick out which one is the professional paragraph and which one is the amateur paragraph. So here's paragraph 1. The express car was dragged along at the tail of the locomotives. Buck didn't eat or drink for 2 days and nights. He met the advances of the express messengers with growls. The express messengers teased him. He flung himself against the bars. He quivered in frost. They laughed at him and taunted him. They growled and barked like dogs. He knew it was silly. His dignity was outraged. His anger waxed and waxed. Okay, and here's paragraph 2. For 2 days and nights, the express car was dragged along at the tail of shrieking locomotives, and for 2 days and nights, Buck neither ate nor drank. In his anger, he had met the first advances of the express messengers with growls, and they had retaliated by teasing him. When he flung himself against the bars, quivering and frothing, they laughed at him and taunted him. They growled and barked like detestable dogs, mewed and flapped their arms and crowed. It was very silly, he knew, but it outraged his dignity, and his anger waxed and waxed. Okay, just show of hands who thinks that the first paragraph is the professional paragraph. Okay, so 2, okay. And so you guys think that the second one was? Mm-hmm. Okay, why?
The sentences were longer.
Okay, the sentences were longer.
Like bigger words, maybe.
Okay, yeah. Any reason why you thought the first one was?
I don't know. Probably just could have been just because it was the first one I heard, and they were kind of like.
They're really similar, aren't they? Okay. Well, let's see if from looking at it, you guys can decide. Is that Lena?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, see? Okay. This is the first one I read. Guys, take a look at it, and then here's the second one. Just see. Okay, do you guys, have you changed your mind? Zach, have you changed your mind?
Mm-hmm.
So which one do you think is the professional one?
The second one.
Second one, why?
Because the first one, like Kevin was saying, really choppy, like short sentences, and the other one has just combined them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, good. Okay, so one of the ways that, and you're right, the second one, this is actually from Jack London's called The Wild. And this one is written by yours truly. But yeah, so these sentences are a little bit longer. They flow better, right? Whereas these are kind of choppy. He quivered in frost, period. They laughed at him and taunted him, period. They growled and barked like dogs. They're all constructed the exact same way, right? And it can get kind of boring and repetitive. So today what we're going to practice is using one of these little doodads, or a semicolon, to combine our sentences, because that's when we can make our writing sound a little more and look a little bit more advanced. Okay, so I'm sure you guys know the rules for semicolons, but what are the semicolons doing in Jack London's paragraph? Anything you notice?
They're kind of like a period. They separate clauses.
Yeah, they separate clauses. Good.
Putting ideas together.
Mm-hmm. Similar ideas, yeah, that's really good. So a semicolon, it joins 2 infinite clauses. In other words, they can stand alone, but they're related, and so it kind of joins them. to expand a sentence. Okay. So now, we're going to practice as a group. And can you guys see this? Okay. So we're going to see if we can use this semicolon to combine some of these related ideas. Julie Green the softball. It went over the head of the left fielder. It was a home run and the crowd cheered. So can you guys think of any place where a semicolon would be appropriate or helpful to those sentences? After left fielder? Okay. Okay, after left fielder? Yeah. Okay. Is there any other possibility? Anywhere else we could put a semicolon to combine sentences?
After home run, maybe?
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah, and you can use more than one semicolon. Just like in this example right here, he uses 2 semicolons in one sentence because they are all very closely related. Yep, very good. Okay, so what I'm going to have you guys do is I'm going to give you some related sentences, and I need you to get into groups of, I guess, just 2 groups. And you guys are free to add detail and just expand these, but the key thing is I want you to combine some of the sentences using semicolons. So, ready, go. Mm-hmm.
Because I think it's really more like you can have more of an effect by itself out there as opposed to trying to it's all marked up. Yeah, go for it.
Oh yeah, and if you guys could rewrite the sentence out so we can look at them up here when you guys are done.
The scribe.
Okay. So let's look at and see what you guys came up with. Okay. Here we see we have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sentences, and you guys made them into 4. Yeah. So, see how they added the semicolon right here. There's a commotion outside, or there was a commotion outside. I looked out the window. Those two are related. This results. You looked outside the window because there was a commotion. And then they put a semicolon right here because the crowd of people gathered to hear the siren. So you guys see how that works? Mm-hmm. Okay. I'm not looking to see what the other group is.